What is up, cool kids? I'm Cool Trainer Gavin, and we're going to be doing a little bit of an update video, not just for the channel, but a little bit on my life as well going into summer 2018, and where I want the channel to go in the next year. So, immediate things I want to address. I'm not used to having like bulleted stuff, but there are quite a few things I want to talk about, so excuse me if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at my bullets. So first things first, the schedule for Moon and Victory Fire, because if you've been paying attention to anything on the channel, you'll know that I'm going away. This will actually be going up on my last day of finals. I think Friday the 11th is that day. So I have, let me peep. I know I wanted to talk about this already, but I should have had this open. So I have Victory Fire completely finished filming, not quite edited and rendered yet. I have all the way up until episode 29 of Pokemon Moon, which gets me just to the very start of the third island. So I have beaten Olivia, spoilers. I mean, a lot of really fun and crazy things happening between then. But we got to the third island, and that is pretty much where I ran out of time. You know, this past week has been my finals week. I have filmed probably 20 episodes. Maybe it's a little much, but probably we'll look and see. Actually, I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna guess. Probably 15 episodes in the last like 3 days, which is pretty crazy. So I've been filming like a maniac, and I just flat out don't have time to film anymore. I said that I wanted to finish Moon and have it completely uploaded, rendered, all that good stuff, but that's just not realistic. Unless I was gonna spend, 6 to 7 hours a day filming, editing, uploading, all that stuff, which is just unreasonable to ask, even for somebody who does this full time, if I'm being honest. Let alone somebody who, I'm taking 4 upper level biology and geology classes right now, so yeah, so I just really don't have time to finish the series. But that takes us all the way into, like, July, almost. So that's farther than I needed to get. And because of that, when Victory Fire ends, I probably will go from 2 episodes of Moon a week to 3. I'll have to check and make sure that I still get to, like, the time when I need to. Which is June 23rd, I believe, because I am out doing field work for most of the summer. Well, not most, I guess, but from May 20th to June 23rd, I am out doing field work, and cannot, upload anything. So that's why I had to bulk all this stuff. So as long as I get past June 23rd, I'm more or less good. Because I said I was going to put my PC in storage, but I decided not to, just because I realized my storage unit isn't weather controlled, and I don't want to put my, close to $1,000 computer in a non-climate controlled storage unit or during the summer where it'll get fried. So I can likely finish the series during the summer at home. That's likely what's going to happen, even though it'll be like almost 2 months between recording sessions. So that's what the series are going to be looking like. I don't know what's going to come after Victory Fire, probably just Moon until I get back, obviously, because I don't have time to start up a new series or anything like that. I might record, maybe just like a showdown, a couple of things with showdown just to have in the meantime, but probably not, because I have 4 finals this weekend of 2 projects due. So moving away from some more scheduling things, moving to some thoughts about the channel. Now, if you are familiar, which I assume most people are, at least in the, Pokemon YouTuberverse, if you're familiar with Shady Penguin, he started a great new series called Talk to May, where basically every day in May, he is going to be talking about a different subject that people in the comment section want him to talk about, and the day I'm filming this, May 7th, the one that he put out was somebody who is also a content creator on YouTube, not gaming related stuff, asked him, realistically, like, what are the chances of making it a career? Basically, when do you know to say when, and asking for Shady's advice on how to grow a channel and grow a community. And it really made me think about why I do YouTube. First of all, I do it because it is a great stress release for me. Being able to come home at the end of the day and play some Pokemon, and just knowing that even, you know, a few people enjoy the content that I make makes me feel really good on the inside. And I've talked about this in past update videos as well, but I just wanted to reiterate that. But basically, Shady gave his advice for smaller channels, and the gist of it was to not let other people define your success. But you also have to know when to say when. And for me, I think it's kind of getting close to that time. I'm not stopping YouTube, but I need to, in the time that I'm away, at the end of May and pretty much all of June, I think I need to kind of take a step back, and I guess it's kind of a good thing that I'm going to be away from it for, more than a month. I need to take a step back and kind of evaluate how it's been, because I started this channel in, I think, late October of 2016. So going on a year and a half, almost 2 years, that I've had this channel. And not that I don't appreciate everything that I'm getting ahead of my bullets. Sorry. But definitely while I'm away, I'm going to be thinking about new ways to change the channel up a little bit and try and grow a little bit more. But the long story short of what this part of the video is going to be is that I'm not satisfied with the amount the channel has grown in the year and a half that I have been doing this. And having said that, I was getting into this, just a second ago. I hugely appreciate every subscriber and every view that I get. The fact that anybody thinks that what I make with my own heart and soul is worth their time, when there are tons of other people they could be watching. They could be watching, rewatching old Shady series, they could be rewatching old Nappy series, but the fact that they watch me is hugely important to me. I have pretty low self-esteem anyway, so this is something that gives me a really big, confidence boost. But also, I have put so much of my heart and soul into this channel, and seeing it not grow as much as I would like is kind of frustrating, because I feel like I try to make content that I would want to watch, and I think for the most part that I have done that. And maybe I just have weird taste in content. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just that I'm not branding myself well. I don't really know. But again, long story short, I'm not really satisfied with where the channel is right now, but I want to fix that. I want to put in work to fix that. So while I am away, I'm going to be thinking, like I said, of new things to do on the channel, new ways to draw attention to myself, maybe do some projects with some other people, because I know, for instance, Joe Schmo Gaming and I have been trying for a really long time, at least probably 5 months now, to do even just one video, a showdown thing together, and it just falls apart every time due to him being busy, me being busy. But in the next semester especially, I'm not super busy, so hopefully when I come back to school in August, I can make more of that kind of stuff happen. So just some things that I've been thinking, some things that I've also talked about in past updates, were doing more than just Pokemon games. Since I updated my processor and all the shenanigans that went around with that, I can play a lot more games while recording. Because if you remember watching any of my Skyrim series, I had to lower the resolution a lot to get to the point where it would not be super, super choppy, and the video would come out to more than 10 frames per second. So now my processor is quite a bit beefier and can actually handle, at least 720p, maybe not 1080, but at least 720p gameplay while recording, and also streaming. So that's probably what the biggest thing that I'm lacking as a channel is streaming, because that is a huge way to market yourself to more audiences, because at least YouTube, when somebody's streaming, it draws more attention to them. Because I've seen people who I've never heard of like it'll pop up on my like homepage or my feed or whatever that this X person is streaming. I'm like, I've never heard of them, but they're streaming, so it makes YouTube think that I will want to watch them. So I'm going to try to be streaming much more often, whether it's Pokemon, whether it's something like just, you know, dicking around in Skyrim, whether it's me playing Far Cry, just things like that. I'm going to try to stream at least twice a week, starting in like August. I'm not going to like hold myself to that, but that is my goal for that. I'm also going to try to start plugging myself in like my actual life, because very, very few people actually know that I do this. You know, there's, you know, I think my friend Ricky, my friend Sarah, and my ex Abby. And that's pretty much it, honestly. Just because, honestly, like I said, I'm super self-conscious. And while I meet a lot of people who are, you know, big fans of Pokemon and gaming content like I am through this platform, a lot of people in my real life, you know, would be like, A, you still play Pokemon, you're 22 years old, and B, you like it enough to put it on the internet? Like, you're weird. Like, why would you think that? And to that, I just say, I think I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm like, I'm comfortable, more or less, with who I am. Obviously, like, there are places where I need to grow as a person, as is everybody. But I think I'm comfortable enough to the point where I think I'm going to start advertising it more to people. And, you know, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Maybe I will be unpleasantly surprised, and there'll be more people who will just be like, wow, you're weird. But if they are hating on you for something that you love, then you don't need them in your life. And that's basically where I am as a person at 22 years old. So, wrapping all of this up, basically, if I don't see some kind of significant growth, and I'm not going to put like a number on it, I'm not going to say X number of subs, X number of people at live streams, I'm not going to put a number on it, I just want to see some form of growth, whether it's just like a stronger community, whether it's larger numbers, or whether it's just, the numbers stay about the same, but we get a lot of consistent people in the streams, in like commenting on videos and stuff. Even if I just see that, that'd be perfectly fine for me. But if I don't get some kind of significant growth by the end of next school year for me, which is about a year from now, May 2019, then I'll probably end the channel, just because by that point I will be starting to enter my master's program, wherever that may be. And if basically it'll be a measure of whether it will continue to be worth my time when I have so many other things going on. I don't ever fully expect this to be a source of major income for me. If I could, perfect world, if I could do this for a living, I absolutely would. But I'm a realist. I think like if I could just make, a couple of bucks a month, if that, to like off of this channel, then that would be like, it'd be just like icing on the cake, little sprinkles on the ice cream. But just some kind of progression, because I feel like the channel is like really stagnated, especially like pretty much for the last year. I feel like in the past full year, I've gained maybe 30 subs, which granted is almost half of my total viewers. But also it's like, that's overall not a lot. And while I don't like comparing myself to other people, Shady was talking about, in his video today, was talking about some of his numbers throughout his channel's history, where I think he said he started in March of 2013. By September he had, I think he said he had like 1,000 subs. By December he had like 5,000. By the end of December he had like 50,000. And obviously I don't expect that. That was when Pokemon YouTube was pretty much just starting. He was one of the first big people on it. And obviously that time has long since passed. I don't ever expect to get to that level. But when he did it for 7 months, let's say 7 to 8 months, and had 5,000 subscribers, and I've been doing it for a year and a half and I have 90, I think that's something that I am doing incorrectly. So that's something I would like to fix. Long story short, big changes come to the channel, starting potentially like July-ish, most likely August. But until then, just keep enjoying, you know, Pokemon Moon. I'm gonna keep uploading it for as long as I possibly can. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, please like and or subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch at CoolTrainerGav. And until next time, smile you later.